ranked countries were decided by the highest ranked players in each of the 5 disciplines from each of those countries. So it's a very fair way of getting the top teams in the top division. So here come the mixed doubles players, led out by the Koreans Go Sung-hyun and Kim Ha-na. And a welcome return for Chan Peng-soon, playing mixed doubles with Go Liu-ying. Welcome back, Go Liu-ying, into the big time. She's been coming back in the new year after operations on both knees, and has had to play, apart from wanting to play, some of the lower grade tournaments just to increase the world ranking, which has gone up 9 places this week to 70.
Receive. Cool. Side. That side. Thank you.
Right, the Koreans have chosen this near side of the court. That's nice sportsmanship between the two men in this final match of the tie. There she is, Go Liu-ying. The Malaysians, of course, were as high as number 3 in the world. Spent 16 weeks as world number 3s between November 2012 and March 2013, and that's a real indication of their quality. Turned 27 last month, Chan Peng-soon, born in Penang, and as I was saying, up 9 places in the world ranking. They're currently the 5th ranked Malaysian pair on the world ranking, but that unrealistic because of this young lady's injury problems. 25 years of age, so she'll turn 26 at the end of the month. So it was the spring last year. It's really been a year out of the major league competition for Go Liu-ying, as we look at Kim Ha-na, the 25-year-old from the island of Jeju, and her partner Go Sung-hyun is 27, so he'll turn 28 Tuesday after the Sudirman Cup finishes. So he, of course, to all badminton fans, will know that he is the reigning world champion in the men's doubles, with Shin Baek-chul. Won the gold medal, beating the current world number 1s, Lee Yong-dae and Yoo Young-sung, in the final in Copenhagen last year. And he's a very, very good doubles player all round, is Go Sung-hyun, and of course former world number 1 in the men's doubles with Lee Yong-dae. But it's interesting, Steen, that Korea have decided, it appears, to make Kim Ha-na concentrate just on the mixed doubles, because of course she used to play the women's doubles with the player we've just watched, Jung Kyung-eun, but now appears to only be playing mixed doubles.
Yeah, that's quite interesting, but I think perhaps it's because that you need to develop some quite specific skills in mixed doubles, and the Koreans have struggled in that area. They've only developed one, in my opinion, one really good mixed doubles player since Park Ju-bong played and sort of developed his partners, Ra Kyung-min, Chung Myung-hee, and there was one more, I've forgotten her name. But the only one they've developed with him not playing is, in my opinion, Lee Hyun, who won the Olympics together with Lee Yong-dae and silver medal with the ladies doubles coach at the Olympics in
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right,
doubles. So they've been struggling getting this dominant net player, because you need to be dominant in the mixed doubles as the female player. You need to have some net skills there. We've seen it on occasions with Hyun, which was actually, in my opinion, a very, very good net player, mixed doubles player. Won the bronze medal in 2013, I think.
Oh, we had a service fault called on the very first point of this. Struck above the waist, says our service judge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, now that's the sort of commitment and net player development that I'm sure you were referring to. That was a perfect example. Well, it was an ambitious shot to try.
4-1.
He's a real physical specimen. Is Hyun. Incredibly powerful athlete. Oh, service fault called again.
That's exactly the point that we were discussing in the men's doubles earlier. That the players, they go and ask the service judge, but they still continue to serve in the same way, because it's simply not possible to sort of adjust by 5 or 10 centimeters.
Yeah. Good play from Ying. Yeah. Still reads the game incredibly well.
Yeah. And that's the natural, in quotation, natural net player. I don't think it's natural that she's born with it, but she's been doing it a lot, been practicing a lot. Developed the eye for when the chances will occur. That's well played.
Yeah. Yeah, and a good example of his physicality, because he was deceived by the flick serve, but by sheer physical strength got himself out of trouble.
Yeah, and if Korea are successful in developing Kim Han-ah, then there's no limit to what this mixed doubles can achieve.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, so far when they've played the two best Chinese pairings, Ma Jin and Zhao Yonglei, they've been dominant at the net. What if they're not so dominant anymore?
Yeah.
Then perhaps Ko Sung-yoon can take up the challenge with Zhang Nan.
Yeah. Well, I remember their All-England quarter-final. This Korean pair lost to the World and Olympic champions 21-19, 25-23. So they're very, very close already. So if what you're talking about and Kim Han-ah develops, is it more of an understanding or more of a killer instinct at the net?
I think it's both.
Yeah.
It's an understanding of the game, what her objects are, and also the killer instinct that she needs to go for the chances. It's hard being a mixed doubles female mixed doubles player because you have only so many chances, and most of the time the shuttle are just going past you in a very, very fast pace, and suddenly you have to react and make the kill like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes you miss, and you really can't think about your misses because if you do that, you won't have the self-confidence to go for the next one.
Yeah.
So you should have very self-confident female mixed doubles players. And you can see that also with the Chinese players. I mean, Ma Jin is not afraid to turn around and give Xu Chen the eyes.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? And that's important in order to preserve your self-confidence as a net player.
Yeah, that's landed in. It's lovely touch. Look how she's gone forward to the net as well. Following up in case her opponent decided to play it.
Yeah.
And go Liu Ying while she was on the road to recovery. Did you know she'd done some modelling?
No?
Absolutely stunning pictures when she was doing some modelling, and great for the sport because she looked $1 million. It was wonderful. But now wants to concentrate wholeheartedly on her badminton. Oh, that's clever. Oh, he's got both his Achilles heavily strapped as Go Sung-hyun. They seem to have a bit of wheel spin there. So trying to push forward, his foot slipped behind him. Of course, the Malaysian pair have won a Super Series title. That was back in 2012, the Japan Open, and that completed Malaysia's haul in all 5 disciplines, having Super Series winners in all the disciplines, the 2 singles, the 2 doubles and the mixed doubles as well. There's not many nations that can boast that. Oh, here we go again, another fault.
Service over, 10-8.
She has this commercial, yellow commercial on her shirt, so it's quite easy to judge the height.
Well, the commercial logo to which you're referring has got to be well above the lowest rib.
Yes.
So if it's anywhere near that level,
Then it's too high.
exactly.
But I have a feeling that a lot of the other services from some of the players that we've seen here and some of the other players as well are fairly close to that area as well.
Yeah. Well, it's the Koreans who have the advantage, but it's a tight opening game at the moment. Just 2 points in it. It's interesting, Steen, because the coach there, Choi Min-ho, I was saying earlier that he had been a silver medalist at the World Junior Championships in Melbourne in 1998. Do you remember who he was playing with? One of the players that you've just been talking about. Lee Ho-jung.
Lee Ho-jung.
Yeah, who went on to become the Olympic champion. So he decided to go the coaching route. His partner went on to achieve great things.
Yeah, she was really a great example as how to develop as a player, because she added little by little every time she went out to international tournaments. She got better and better.
Yeah.
Really a great example of work ethics.
The flick serve.
Yeah.
No call. Maybe she should flick serve a little more often.
At least to Kim.
Service over 12-10.
That's good. You know, I'm still contemplating in my own mind, Steve, that point you were making earlier about Kim Ha-na. They need to develop her more as a mixed doubles player, because my little mind has been thinking about how I've talked, and we've talked in the past about some of the Japanese women's doubles players and how they need to play more mixed doubles to develop their women's doubles skills and become a much better women's doubles player. And they can play that other discipline to help in that goal. And I'm thinking to myself, I understand and I agree with you wholeheartedly, but what can she do to improve her game? She can't play as the women's doubles player does, a bit of mix to improve herself. Is it that she now, in training, in practice, never has to worry so much about the mindset of, at times I was going to say you don't have to play at the back of the court, but of course immediately in that rally she was pushed to the back.
Yeah, but now she has only one role, the female mixed player role.
Yeah.
She doesn't have any role as a backcourt player in ladies doubles. She never has to do backcourt exercises in practice, or at least only a very few times. And the goal is always to get her to the net.
Yeah.
The goal is never to get her partner in and killing it. It could be in match, but very rarely in practice. And then technical skills, net player technical skills. Um, but it's interesting to see if they will succeed, because we've seen also that Japan, that has Park Ju-bong now as a coach, they've also struggled in developing female mixed doubles players.
Yeah.
And I remember when Park himself, when he played, he always practiced together with his mixed doubles partner, because he took responsibility of developing a partner.
Yeah.
And I wonder how many players actually take that kind of responsibility.
Oh, that's a great rally. Yeah.
And this is a bit worrying for the Koreans, because they need to get the attack, not because they're much better in the attack, but in order not to be in the defense, because the Malaysians definitely has the advantage if they have the attack. They're much better in attack than they are in defense.
Well, it's only the last couple of points that the Malaysians have gone into the lead for the first time in this match. So that also perhaps worrying and playing on the mind of the Koreans, that they've been in the lead all the way through. Now this getting towards the sharp end of the game. Six of the last 7 points.
Yeah. I learned one important thing as a young coach of Park Ju-bong when he gave an interview to a magazine. He said that his philosophy as a mixed doubles player was that there was one overall thing that was important, that was protect the female player. Because she's weaker physically than the male player, you ought to protect her. And if you have that vision, then everything else becomes quite easy. It's just a matter of, can you do it? Can you get the players to do it?
Yeah.
Protect the female player. We've seen Lee Yong-dae when he's been playing mixed, and especially when he played with Lee Hyo-jung, he was brilliant at it.
Yeah.
Kim Dong-moon as well.
There's clever placement of the attacking play towards Kim Ha-na. They're finding frailties in her defence there. Look, she's very committed to the forehand defence.
Yeah.
Hit towards the left hip, and they force the error. Service right all the way now, make that 5 now. Service fault, that followed by an opponent's service error. Oh, goodness gracious me. Another service error.
so important right now, the service situation, because
Yeah.
you really want the control of the rally.
Oh, good flick serve.
17 all.
Yeah, clearly not even close.
Good placement by Kim there, just pushes it
17.
past go.
Yeah, and the Koreans ease back into the lead. Oh, goodness gracious.
Service over. 18 all.
Deflected by hitting the top of the tape. 18 all.
Service over. 19.
Well, for a match that looked very promising at one stage, it's just gone off the boil. It's all gone about service errors and faults, really, hasn't it? Oh, that's nicely taken from goal Ying.
Service over. 19 all.
Yeah, she did well to move forward there,
Yeah.
Kim Han-ah, and let
Yeah.
Go Sung-hyun come back.
But she wasn't being put under pressure in any way. She had way too much time, in my opinion. I thought this is going to go wrong for the Malaysians because they were just too passive in their defense.
Yeah. So game point opportunity for Korea. Oh, he's pushed it wide. Would you believe it?
Service over. 20 all.
Interesting to see if it's cold again
Yeah.
or it's a flick.
Yeah. That's the flick. Yeah.
Excellent movement,
Yeah.
like a remote control. Now go for the forehand side.
21.
And then she sensed that Ko Sung-hyun was going to protect his partner, not lifting cross, exposing her to the smash of Chan Peng-sung.
So now, having saved a game point, the Malaysians have a game point opportunity themselves. Yeah, the flick serve again.
Service over. 21 all. Wait.
goodness. Oh, she does read the game so well. Go on, you Ying. Look at that. No, it was a good dive, wasn't it? Crikey. So, game point opportunity number 2 for the Malaysians.
There it is.
Yeah. Having saved a game point, convert on their second game point opportunity, the Malaysians, and they're enjoying far more success with that flick serve, aren't they? Look at that. So 23-21. The opening game to Malaysia. Both sets of coaches doing an awful lot of work in that timeout. Both these pairs former Asian champions. The Koreans in 2013 when the event was staged in Taipei, and the Malaysians in 2010 when the Asian Championships were in Delhi. Well, we knew the Malaysians were on the comeback trail, having been promoted from the qualifying. They won the Polish International, they reached the final of the French International, both earlier this year. But this is now a fascinating contest, not just because who's going to win this mixed doubles, it's also fascinating the implications within a Group D, and in fact who will qualify for the knockout stage, because this, the group of death, as you were saying, it's...
Yeah, and not only Group D and the qualifying, but for the whole tournament. I mean, Malaysia, should they lose this match, they've done well anyway.
Yeah.
But should they win it, and I believe that the way they're playing right now, they're going to win against India. Though we shouldn't totally write it in the book, but let's say they win against India. They go to the quarterfinals and have a seeding, probably number 4 seeds, but they'll have a chance of taking at least a medal, whereas Korea can actually be drawn against China in the quarterfinals.
Well, that was called in. The Koreans have challenged, they thought it was out. All I know is it was mighty close. Instinctively, I thought it was in. Let's have another look at it. Oof, goodness me, that is close. It was called in. We're waiting for Hawkeye. To adjudicate. Well, the fact that Hawkeye is taking some time probably indicates that it was mighty close.
Correction. Out.
Morton can hardly look. Well, that's called out, but it was a sideline, wasn't a back line.
Correction. 2-1. Service over. 2-all. Service over. 3-2. Four, two. Wait.
He does serve quickly, doesn't he?
It's normally a sign of that you're not really confident in your serve.
Service over. 3-4.
And Kendra Vijaya also served really, really quickly.
And Rexy.
Yeah, Rexy as well.
Yeah, Rexy Maneki, of course.
You have to find a way to get the initiative of the Korean pair.
Short. Yeah, not what it deserved, but it was the tight net shot from Go Liu Ying that really did the damage.
4.
Yeah, this is extraordinary. Ever since that challenge, what was it, 2-1 at the challenge, was it?
Yeah. She was challenging Ko Sung-hyun in the flat game.
Yeah.
So she's been playing brilliantly today.
Yeah, she has, hasn't she?
And also a very clever shot from Chan there instead of lifting.
So 5 straight points for the Malaysians.
Foot.
Oh,
Service fault.
here we go again.
Service over. 5-7.
Super return.
Service over. 8-5. Service over. 6-8.
Just wide. Yeah. Yeah, but it was nice the way she was stepping into that. Oh, it's a super change of pace. Well, the court will need to be mopped after the dive from Hyun. And the more I'm watching this, Steen, and the more my head is spinning with thoughts after your earlier comments about the need for Kim Ha-na to really become better in the mixed doubles discipline, and the more I'm watching this and I'm comparing to Go Liu Ying and her natural awareness and being in the right place at the right time, and I'm having question marks, I have to admit, in my own minds as to whether this is the right player.
Big question marks.
To be the mixed player.
Yeah.
If only I knew where Hyun was. I know that she's back playing. She recently won the Osaka International with one of the junior players, but of course she won a bronze medal 2 years ago at the World Championships with Shin Baek-chul. And of all the female doubles players in Korea, I think she is the one that I would want to see as a specialist mixed doubles player, and yet she hasn't been on the circuit because she's been struggling with injury problems.
And that's of course also something you have to take into consideration, because it doesn't matter that you have the skills if you're not able to walk on court.
Yeah.
I think actually also Shin from the ladies doubles playing with So Hee Lee.
Yeah.
I've forgotten her.
Shin's
Shin Seung Chun.
Yeah.
She's got some quite good skills as well. And of course, the problem with Kim Ha-na is if there's too long a way for her to go. And that might just be the case.
I think one of the first things I'd like to see Kim Ha-na doing is more movement off the shuttle. To me, she's a little bit static.
Yeah.
When it's almost as if she's been told you must be at the net, and so she's staying there but not really moving off the shuttle enough.
Yeah. But it's also, I mean, if you're a ladies doubles player, you know that, oh, I can always lift and nothing bad will happen because we have super defense compared to female smashes and so on. In mixed double, everything bad happens.
Yeah.
If you lift, then you're in big problems. And we can just imagine if these two players, if Go and Kim, if they switched side on the court so that Ko Sung-hyun would play with Go Liu Ying. It would be really good.
Yeah, it was an interesting thought. The Malayan Malaysians with the advantage. 2-point advantage here in the second game, having already taken the first. Now let's see if we can hear what Malaysians are saying. I'm not hearing anything. Can you hear it, Steen?
20 seconds.
No. That's a
1,
pity.
20 seconds.
Yeah, look at the whole body language of Kim Ha-na.
Eleven, 9, pull. Right. Oh.
Brilliant play.
Yeah.
It's just intercepted go at the net and blocked it and set up the chance for her partner. Let's hope they got sports tape enough to keep her going throughout this tournament in Malaysia.
That was much better from Kim Ha-na.
Also helped a little bit that Ko Sung-hyun wasn't using full power,
Yeah.
trying to get it a little bit steeper than normal.
Chan, please.
Well,
Too long.
yeah.
Enough of it. If you can't see, you need to tell me.
Yeah. Well,
Play.
the umpire saying if you can't see, you need to tell me, because Go Sung-hyun, the shuffle obscured by his partner standing in front of him while he's serving. Now, what exactly is the rule on that, Steen?
Well, I'm not sure, but I've seen some of the Danish players object a number of times that they can't see the shuttle.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're entitled to see it. I guess you should be.
Hmm. Clever.
Yeah. Good shot.
What a good rally. Yeah, and as soon as they managed to get Kim Ha-na back from that net and defending, and they switch her from one side to the other.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the longest rally of the match so far. Oh, that's delightful. Oh, my goodness. Terrific.
And they're starting to wake up, these players here. If they haven't been so far, I guess they have since the men's doubles.
Oh, this is going to send